Hello, everybody. Hi, Susan. Hi, Andy B. Hi, Jax. Thanks for joining me. It's been a while. Definitely been a while since I've done a video. So there might be a wee bit of freezing and things like that. Hi, Donna. Hi, Donna. Lovely to see you. Yeah, the computers, there's quite a few things plugged into the computer and that, so it might lag a wee bit on my side, not your side. It'll be my side. So I just wanted to start off with this lovely person, this side, this lovely person here. This is Pops, also known as Davey. He's my best friend's dad, and we lost him exactly a year ago today. So it's hard to believe. It just seems like yesterday, to be honest. So I just thought I would start off the stream with having him beside me tonight, because he's very, very, very sorely missed. Very sorely missed. And I would just like to say to Donna and Mum and that, I'm thinking about yous. And I hope today's went all right for yous. I know it's no all right, but celebrating his life. It's just still hard to believe that he isn't with us anymore. So yeah, I don't know why, but I'm constantly freezing, guys. Constantly freezing. I've got 2 monitors and everything like that. So it's just taking the time to catch up with itself and everything like that. So hi, Case 10. T1, nice to see you. Our William, thanks for joining. Catnet, super mod. I would love to have him with us, but sadly, because he's not here, so sending my love out to Donna and family. Now, sometimes I was told you can add somebody as a mod, which it's not working. I'm not want to do too many things because it just keeps freezing on me. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. I'll let things catch up with itself because it seems to be going nuts. because I've got it on, I've got the YouTube up and I'm seeing myself freezing and everything like that. So hopefully it won't do that too often. So thank you everyone for your responses. Right, Catnip. If I've done that right, you should be a moderator now, Catnip, the next time you type. If it's worked out properly, Catnip, you should come up as a mod. Right, so the whole point of tonight is just a catch up. Hi, Elizabeth. Nice to see you. Hey, Darkside. Nice to see you. So I do apologize, guys. I do apologize. It seems to be lagging quite a bit. So just give me a second. I'm going to take pops off the screen. So that should be that, right? And back to what I normally have on. I'm a wee bit fuzzy because I'm using the green screen. And it keeps bloody freezing quite a lot, which is annoying. I do apologise for the freezing and everything, guys. I hope it's no bothering you too much. It's no affecting the stream too much. I just hope the computer catches up with itself a bit more. Catnip, I don't know why you're not a mod yet. Add moderator. Catnip, right, okay, that should be it. Right, Catnip, you should be a moderator now. So, right. Well, update on Luke's case. I've got them. I've got them, T1, but they're only for distance. They're not for up close, so I wouldn't be able to see. Who else has joined us? Rhonda SD, thanks for joining. BW Haggis, thanks for joining. Jaznaz, thanks for joining. Who else we got? Catnip, I've done that. Elizabeth, T1. I think I've got yous all so far as yous have came in. Oh, the lovely Neverly, darling. Hello, Neverly. Nice to see you. Right, so there was a protest on the 16th. Nan's Life. Hello, Nan's Life. Thanks so much for joining us. Yes, more of a fashion function tonight. T1, that's right. So we were at the protest. Hi, Doc. Thanks very much, Doc. Lovely to have you with us. I know it's quite early for you. So thank you so much for joining. I would just like to say as well, since the last time I was on, I have got a few more subscribers. I'm now at 110 subscribers. Woohoo! So thank you to each and every one of you. Remember, do the YouTube thing for me and share, like, get your pals to subscribe. I would like to get to 500 so that you can get the community page and things like that. But I know that might be a wee bit off yet. But so thank you to each and every one of the 110 subscribers who have subscribed so far. It is absolutely fantastic. I didn't even think I would get that much. So it is very, 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 very much appreciated by you all. Very much appreciated. So if my computer will allow me, we shall get into the actual stream. As I says, we were at a protest on the 16th of November, I think it was. It was just a few weeks ago. We got the 25,000 more, just more than the 25,000 signatures for the petition. So that was the reason why we went to the Scottish Parliament and we handed in the petition for the independent review. So thank you to each and every one of you who signed, shared, and mentioned about the petition. It is absolutely fantastic that we managed to get that. And there's been a few things that have came out since then. I'm going to show a few articles as well. Somebody has came forward and made a new statement that they found a knife in a skip covered in blood. The tip was missing off the knife as well. But guess what? Lo and behold, this knife is nowhere to be found. It has not been tested. If it was tested, it would have been in with the evidence, which it is not. So, oh, come on, computer. Oh, dearie me, come on, don't do this. Oh, God, this is bloody day a minute in already, and I've just started. T1, no, it is the right place. I promise you, it is the right place, but it's a well-free zone, swear zone. Yes, definitely. There will be swearing on this. Laughter makes me freeze. Yeah, so don't make me laugh. Yes, Elizabeth, the knife was found years ago, but it was never tested. No, it's a bow knife, which is about this size. It was found, but it was never tested. So, it's just... And I'm not going to focus on the chat tonight, guys. What I'll do is if I see something and I can answer it there and then that's what I'll do. But other than that, I will go back and I will check the answer, the questions that have been asked, and I'll leave some in the comments and everything like that. So, if my computer will allow me, let's get started and I'll show these things. So let me share the screen. Come on, let me share my bloody screen. Right. Okay, right. I'm going to go off camera the now, guys, because to see if that will help with the process of things. Oh, and I don't know why my icon's like that. It shouldn't be like that. But anyway. Right, this is an article. I hope I'm no freezing. This is an article that was printed. I haven't been able to find the original article, the original thing. So I've just took it from the Facebook page at the moment. So I'm hoping. And this was done on the 16th of October 2020. And I'll just read it out for you. Convicted murderer Luke Mitchell is planning a fresh bid to clear his name using new evidence his legal team believe will exonerate him. Lawyers of the 34-year-old claim that 122 items, 120 fucking 2 items gathered as evidence after the mutilated body of schoolgirl Jodie Jones was found were never subjected to forensic testing. Are you fucking kidding me? 122 items no tested in a murder investigation. Every bit of evidence that was collected should have been fucking tested. Immaterially whether it came back to Luke or not, it should have been fucking tested, and it fucking hasn't. Which is fucking disgusting. There, I hope that's enough F-bombs for you, T1. So, insisting that Mitchell is the victim of a mind-boggling miscarriage of justice, they claim, for example, that a hooded top discovered yards from the murder scene was bagged by police but never swabbed for DNA. What? What? Are you fucking shitting me? Mitchell has spent the past 17 years in jail after being found guilty of a brutal murder of Jodie, his girlfriend, who was found in woods near Dalkeith, Midlothian in 2003. His legal team have re-examined all the evidence logs, police and scientific reports, and highlighted what they believe are significant errors. Crucially, they have established that a number of swabs were taken from the crime scene, but never tested. Really? Fucking really? Crucially, they have established that a number of the swabs were taken from the crime scene but never tested. Other items, such as a bag used to remove her body, were also not tested. You know, the body bag that Jodie would have been placed in. Now, remember, guys, at the crime scene, they moved the body before forensics even fucking got there. and they dragged her and they rolled her at that crime scene, but they rolled her on a plastic polythene, a bit of plastic polythene, and then they put her body in a body bag, and even that body bag hasn't even been tested. Really? Because surely that bag should have been tested, because any DNA that was left on Jodie, whether it be hair, thread, or whatever, would have been in that bag. So that bag would have been tested as well. Should have been tested as well, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a forensic scientist, I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, but common fucking sense tells you, really, common sense tells you that should be forensically examined for any type of DNA, whether it be threads, whether it be hair, whether it be something that's maybe rubbed off of Jodie's body, could be in that bag that could prove Luke innocent. And it's not been fucking tested. Yes, Elizabeth, that is terrible. Scotland should be ashamed of it. Yes, they certainly should. And wonder if they've still got it. Well, that is the question, is whether they've still got it or not. Because the knife that people have reported that they seen people in forensic suits and everything like that in the skip, even the mechanic himself, because it was his fucking skip, seen them there with the forensic suits on. And yet, it's not been tested and it's nowhere to be found. So where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Yeah, IBW Haggis, exactly. Exactly. You're right. You are absolutely right. I'm not a CSI anything, but neither is fucking Police Scotland either. You know? What would they even get any results from it through all these years? Well, there could be still DNA on it, Elizabeth. There could be still blood on it that could be tested. I mean, forensic science has came a long, long way since 2003 and 2005, since Luke was convicted. So I would dread to think they could maybe get a fingerprint, they could get blood, they could get, I don't know. As I says, I'm no CSI, but neither were the fucking police at the time either. Yes, Neverly, maybe. Well, Scotland Yard is England, but yeah, there's about as much corruption in Scotland fucking Yard as there is in Scotland, Police Scotland as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if they compare with each other or whatever. So right, so we got but never tested. Other items was the bag that was used to remove her were also not tested. They believe testing these items now could prove Mitchell is innocent. In the coming months, a plea will be made to the Scottish Criminal Case Review Commission, the SCCRC, to allow the case to return to the High Court to grant access to the evidence. Last night, lawyer Scott Forbes, part of the voluntary legal team working on Mitchell's behalf, says forensic science is improved dramatically. I'll bet DNA samples that went unidentified will overhaul the conviction. If they can examine them now, without a doubt, that will prove Luke Mitchell did not kill Jodie. Luke was sentenced to a minimum of 20 years in 2005 after he was found guilty of murdering Jodie on circumstantial evidence, remember, because there was fuck all, no DNA, no defensive wounds, marks or anything like that, because poor Jodie fought for her life. She fought for her life. She had defensive wounds and everything. And it's bloody ridiculous. Luke was convicted in 2005 of killing Jodie. Sorry, my screen's no very... I need to fix this screen. He was age 16 when he was convicted. Mitchell has vowed to clear his name. In 2004, the CRC ruled while police failed to follow procedure and his human rights were breached, it did not amount to a miscarriage of justice. How the fuck does that not amount to a miscarriage of justice, guys? Really? How does that not count? His human rights were broken. He was all over the fucking media from day one. But yet... And the police fucked up big time doing the investigation. But yet, it's no African thing for a miscarriage of justice. Then what can be a miscarriage of justice? You know? It is ridiculous that this is what they're saying. Mitchell is vowed to clear in 2014, while the police failed to follow procedure and human rights were breached, it did not amount to a miscarriage of justice. Despite a horrendous crime scene, there was no forensic evidence directly linking Luke to the murder. No, but there was fucking 5 other people's DNA on and around Jodie's body at the fucking crime scene. And some of them, 2 of them, have definitely been identified. Definitely. Criminologist Dr. Sandra Lean has been working on his case, said it's mind-boggling these items were not tested. In 2012, the Scottish Mail on Sunday printed results of a lie detector test taken by Mitchell. The independent expert who concluded the test said it showed Mitchell was telling the truth when he denied stabbing Jodie. Police Scotland said extensive forensic analysis and other investigation techniques were used which saw Mitchell convicted. Bollocks. Fucking bollocks. You're just covering your own fucking arse with saying that because you done a shit investigation. A fucking shit investigation. You've got your cheek to even call it a fucking investigation. You really, really have. It is fucking unbelievable to even call it an investigation. A spokesman for the Crown Office and Procurator Fiscal Service said, this matter relates to a potential appeal and it would not be appropriate to comment. Fucking right. Fucking right. You know what I mean? They don't want to comment, you know. While I'm here, guys, please, if you haven't already, this is actually the Facebook group where you can find everything. You can let me just get back. You can find all the media posts. Let me get back to groups. And now my computer's going to have a hissy fit again. So this is the official group. Jodie Jones and Luke Mitchell, Who Got Justice, the official Facebook group. So please, if you haven't already, go and join. The links are in the description below. There is a link for the Facebook group. There is a link to Making a Murderer. See? Got murder on the brain. Murder in a Small Town, part 1 and part 2 are in the description below. And the email address to get a direct copy of Innocence Betrayed from Sandra is in there as well. And also Scott Forbes has done a book as well. So please go and get that. It is bloody brilliant. Scott has got a huge opinion on this case. He's been involved with it from the beginning. His book is fab, so I would recommend it. BW Haggis, but Alice, the police can't breach your human rights because it's okay when they do it in Scotland. Yeah, exactly, BW. It is ridiculous. But you can find all the different things. You've got rooms. There's the events page. There is the media. Not that one. So there are discussions, guides. If you go to the more, it gives you the featured, it gives you the members, it gives you all the media files and things like that we've got, other files. So please go check out the website. Dr. Sandra Lean is a member of the group, but please don't tag her all the time in the group. If she sees a comment or anything like that, that she will answer a question when she comes across it, because she is a very, very busy woman. A very busy woman. But she does jump into the Facebook now and again, and she will answer questions if and when she comes across them. So please do that. Go and check out the Facebook group. That's where you'll get updates. You will find new members. You will find the petition, things like that. So please go and give that a check out and see what's what. So I'm going to close that one down now. And this is the latest headlines that people are putting up. Luke Mitchell's lawyer deliver petition calling for independent inquiry into Jodie's murder. And there we go. And I've got that exact same picture as well. That's just a few of the groups. I was off to the left of the picture here. But that wee sign up there, that was my poster that I made. So I was well chuffed. It got that I done, and somebody handed it to the guy at the back, and it's ended up in one of the newspaper articles. So I was quite chuffed at that. So I was. So it just goes on. Supporters of convicted killer Luke Mitchell gathered outside Scottish Parliament as his legal team handed in a petition signed by more than 25,000 people in an aid to release him from prison. It comes amid claims his legal team have new evidence to show he didn't murder his then girlfriend, Midlothian schoolgirl Jodie Jones, on June 30th, 2003. Mitchell's legal team claim up to 122 items gathered as part of the investigation into Jodie's death were never forensically tested. Mitchell was convicted of murder in Jodie in 2005 when he was 16, following a trial at the High Court in Edinburgh. So, I mean, that's just, it goes on to say he was sentenced to at least 20 years in prison, but the 31-year-old has always maintained his innocence. See, that's what I don't like about news articles and things like that, because they always get things wrong. No matter what, they always get things wrong. I think, look, it is actually 32. It was Wednesday the 16th of November. Mitchell's supporters gathered at Holyrood, where they held handmade signs protesting his innocence. Meanwhile, his legal team, made up of Scott Forbes criminologist Dr. Sandra Lean, handed in a petition to MSPs, including Scottish Conservative Justice spokesman Russell Finlay. Now, there was 6 MPs that we got in touch with, and out of the 6, only 1 turned up. So that goes to show you how much interest our MPs have in actual justice, which is fucking disgusting. Every one of the MPs should have been out there. We never asked them. We sent them an email, and we were not asking them for their opinion on whether he was innocent or guilty. What we were asking is this right? That this could be a miscarriage of justice. And only 1 of them turned up, and that was Russell Finlay. So, I mean, it's mind-boggling, but it also didn't surprise me that only 1 of them turned up. To be honest, Mitchell and Jodie started going out in March 2003 after attending the same school. They had only been dating for a few months. The schoolboy lived in Newbattle near Easterseas, and his mother Corinne and her brother. Mitchell was convicted of murdering Jodie in 2005 when he was 16, and that's a fucking sham in itself. Following the trial at the High Court in Edinburgh, he was sentenced to at least 20 years, a minimum of 20 years he's to do, and has now been locked up for 17 years after losing 3 appeals. At his trial, Mitchell was found guilty of attacking Jodie by hitting her on the head and body and compressing her neck, restricting her breathing. Now, I have went back on an older video where I have laid out everything that happened to Jodie. So it's not nice. It was a brutal attack on poor Jodie, and she also had defensive wounds, so she put up a fight. On the night of the murder, Luke Mitchell was the only one that got took away to the police station, his clothes torn off him and forensically examined, took photographs and everything, and there is nothing, not a scratch, not a mark, anything on Luke that would suggest he done this murder, period. So, it's annoying me why my icon isn't there. It should be my wee purple heat that's in there. Anyway, here they go on about how the jury in the trial got told that he was a fan of American rocker Marilyn Manson, who painted pictures depicting the gruesome Black Dahlia in the 1940s, which is a load of shite, because he had 1 ripped up calendar and 1 Marilyn Manson CD. 1. No internet searches or anything like that of his so-called Satanism, air quotes there. It's just ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And here is the word that was used in the letter that was sent out to these MPs. Yes, BW, yeah, it might have got offended by all the F-bombs and went to go for a lie down. So, this is what was in the letter that got sent to the MPs. The 2005 conviction of Luke Mitchell for the murder of Jodie Jones in 2003 requires an urgent and full independent inquiry. There are far too many unanswered questions to consider this conviction safe. In the spirit of true justice and transparency, we, the undersigned, demand that all evidence and information be released to an independent panel, not the SCCRC, for scrutiny, comment, and recommendations. The people are willing to raise funds to contribute to the cost of such an inquiry, and yes, we would. There will be a peaceful vigil outside the Parliament on the same day. Lawyer Forbes has been taking a fresh look at the case and believes up to 122 items gathered as part of the investigation into Jodie's death were never forensically tested. He said recently, forensic science has improved dramatically. I believe DNA samples that went untested will overhaul the conviction if we could examine them now. Without a doubt, that will prove Luke Mitchell did not kill Jodie. Last year, the Channel 5 documentary Murder in a Small Town, 2 episodes, questioned the lack of forensic evidence linking Mitchell to Jodie's brutal slaying. So that's that one, and that one was the Edinburgh Evening News, and that's how they reported on the protest. So I'll close that one. I'm just trying to show you the differences in the headlines and things like that that they show. Midlothian killer Luke Mitchell facing, give me a second, facing open-ended sentence as he refuses to admit guilt. Well, obviously, he's no fucking done it, so he's not going to admit to doing it. So if he doesn't admit to doing it, he can't go to the parole board and say, I'm reformed and everything like that, because he never done it. So why does he have to admit to something that he did not do? He did not do it, folks. He really didn't. Midlothian murderer Luke Mitchell is reportedly facing an open-ended sentence because he still refuses to admit he is guilty of killing his girlfriend Jodie. The 31-year-old has also maintained his innocence after he was convicted in 2005 for the murder of his girlfriend Jodie Jones, after her body was found in woodland near Dalkeith in Midlothian. Sentenced to at least 20 years in prison, Mitchell is set to be facing the possibility of being released by 2025, which would involve him having to admit he was guilty of the murder in front of the parole board before they would consider his release bid. Well, that's never going to happen because he never done it. If a public inquiry was granted, Mitchell's legal team confirmed it would pursue the course for a retrial if it was possible. Mitchell's legal team, made up of Scott Forbes and criminologist Dr. Sandra Lean, handed in a petition at Holyrood on Wednesday afternoon. They handed in 2 brown envelopes that contained a petition to MSPs, including Scottish Conservative Justice spokesman Russell Finlay, First Minister Nicola Sturgeon, as well as Lord Advocate Dorothy Bain. Mr. Forbes, a former solicitor, he is a solicitor, and criminologist Dr. Lean claim they have collected more than 120 items, but it's 122 items of evidence that were never forensically tested. A representative from Mitchell's legal team confirmed to Scottish Daily Express that he faces an open-ended sentence and said no release for at least 3 years. He would have to admit he was guilty before the parole board, and he will not do that. No, I don't blame him for not doing that. Well, I'll give you plenty of F-bombs if you want, T1, if that makes you feel better. The fucking bastards. The petition was calling for a KC-led inquiry into the police investigation into the murder of Jodie Jones, claiming it was flawed and that new technology will enable them to review the 122 items of evidence that were never forensically tested. A documentary by Channel 5 has seen many questions raised about the conviction after the programme investigated claims that it had been a miscarriage of justice. Jodie murdered when she was 14. Mitchell was found guilty of Jodie's murder following a 10-month long police investigation. Fuck off. A 10-month fucking investigation. It was fucking... They've got a cheek to call it an investigation. What are you saying, BW? From all the evidence, it shows an older person killed the poor girl. There is no way a young teenage boy did it, then got rid of all the evidence of himself and the victim. Well, see, that's just it, BW Haggis. They wasted £30,000 to go to America to get the FBI to look over what they had come across. And the FBI told them that there is no way that Luke Mitchell could do that because it was a lustful killing. A lustful killing. So there was no way a 14-year-old boy could do that. But because it didn't fit their fucking narrative, they went, nah, we're not going to pay it any attention. Now they went all the way to fucking America to the FBI to get this information, and because it didn't fit their narrative, they went, nah, it's all right, we'll no bother. You know what I mean? And one of the FBI agents that they went to has now retired. Mark something, his name, Mark Sircliffe, I think his name was, actually came forward not that long ago and said that they told them the type of person that would have done this, and they still ignored it. Safarik, thank you, Donna. Yes, thank you, Donna. That's it. Mark Safarik. Thank you so much, Donna. He's a retired FBI agent, and he's got his own company and everything like that now, and he's came out and he has said that Luke Mitchell is innocent, and that the report that they did on the crime of Jodie was not Luke Mitchell, but Police Scotland no fucking better than the FBI, who have done this for fucking yonks. You know what I mean? But no, Police Scotland no better than the fucking behavioural analysis unit and that at fucking the FBI. It is ridiculous. Yes, Donna, they had confirmation bias. Yes, they certainly did. They had tunnel vision. I mean, there was 4 people on that search party. There was Luke, there was Jodie's granny, there was Jodie's sister, and there was Jodie's sister's boyfriend. The granny and the boyfriend and Luke went over that wall. The granny touched Jodie's body. But when the police and all that got there, Luke was segregated. They went to a car park. And Luke was segregated for the rest of them, whereas the sister, the granny, and the sister's boyfriend were allowed to go and mingle with family members and everything like that was there. They weren't taken to the police station and stripped of their clothes and everything like that, even though the granny and the sister's boyfriend, Stephen Kelly, went over the fucking wall and near the body. No, it was a week later. Before the fucking police decided to get their clothes, and guess what? Lo and behold, the clothes had been washed. Fucking idiots. So, the whole fucking case is a shambles. And where was Jodie's brother? Well, that's a good question, T1. That is a good fucking question. Where was the brother? Because the brother is not mentioned. When the police are there, normally they ask who else is in the house, who lives in the place, and Joseph was not mentioned. He's not mentioned until later on. Joseph is another whole fucking podcast in itself. This is just a quick one tonight, because I've got the hospital tomorrow and it's a very, very early start. So I hadn't done a live for a while, so I thought I would come on. Let me just finish getting through these, because I've got a couple of wee videos and that for you to see of the protest and everything like that. This is the shit rag called the Sun. You have the shit rag that is the Sun, the shit rag that is the Daily Record, the shit rag that is the Daily fucking Mail. They're all fucking shit rags, because these are the ones that named Luke and everything like that. T1, the brother had a rage issues, if I recall correctly, pulled a knife on a house guest just prior to this crime, correct? Yes, it was actually his sister he pulled the fucking knife on. And the mother stepped in the fucking way, and that was 5 weeks before Jodie was murdered. He was in and out of a mental health hospital before and during the trial. Before Jodie was killed, after Jodie was killed, and before the trial. He was sectioned. So yeah, it's just, it fucks me off. It fucks me off big time. Just how shit this investigation, or non-investigation, I should say, happened. Case 10, get Alice a new lighter. Aye, I need a new fucking lighter. Oh, I'm sorry, BW. I'm sorry. I know I don't mean to turn your stomach. I'm only going to have it up for a few minutes, I promise. But it's just the different headlines. Forensic probe. Jodie Jones murderer Luke Mitchell plots freedom bid as lawyers convinced cops made errors. You know what I mean? It's fucking... Killer Luke Mitchell is plotting another freedom bid amid claims his legal team have new evidence to show he didn't murder Jodie Jones. See, lawyers acting for the 34-year-old. They need to get his fucking age right, for fuck's sake, man. So yeah, it goes on. It's the same as the other articles. They reckon 122 items gathered as part of the investigation into the schoolgirl's death in Dalkeith, Midlothian were never forensically tested. So, yeah. So, I mean, even the headlines are still fucking ridiculous. They can't just say Luke Mitchell. They've got to put in the murderer, you know, or there's another one, Jodie Jones killer, Luke Mitchell, plots freedom bid. And it is just ridiculous how they say he's plotting. Luke's no fucking doing anything. Luke's behind fucking bars. He can't do anything. It's us that are fucking screaming and shouting about the case. It's his lawyers that are screaming and shouting about the case. Why? Because it needs to be fucking shouted about. That's why. And then they go on and on and on about the same fucking shit as always. It's just, I mean, that one's a bit better. This one's a bit better. Luke Mitchell's legal team hand petition calling for independent inquiry into police investigation into Jodie Jones' murder. And there you have Dr. Sandra Lean and Mr. Scott Forbes. So, and then finally, on the article side of things, this is the one that I was telling you about. Midlothian car mechanic claims he found knife in a skip near where schoolgirl Jodie Jones died. Okay, you ready for this, guys? Right. Now, that's a lovely picture of Jodie. Oh, but they should have used that picture of Jodie instead of or at least an older picture of Jodie, because that's the age she was that she went missing. But no, the first picture that they ever put out of a 14-year-old Jodie missing was a picture of her when she was between about 8 or 9 years old, which is ridiculous. So here, car mechanic from Midlothian has claimed that he found a knife in a skip just 500 yards from where schoolgirl Jodie Jones was found murdered on June 30th, 2003. Tom Halliday, 63, told how he made an alarming discovery just days after the tragic 14-year-old was stabbed to death in 2003 before reporting the find to the police. Tom's motor repair site at New Battle Home Farm, Midlothian, was around 500 yards from where her mutilated body was found 19 years ago. The car mechanic is now speaking out now after recently finding out the blade was not even submitted as evidence during the trial of Luke Mitchell, who was convicted of killing his girlfriend. The weapon used in Jodie's slaying has never been found. Speaking to the Scottish Sun, Tom said, "We had a skip for our scrap metal at the top of the farm's buildings. A few days after the murder, a worker asked me if I'd thrown a knife in the skip. I said no. We went round to the skip with him and saw the knife semi-buried. It had a broken tip, with probably about 5 millimeters missing. I called the police. 2 officers arrived and I pointed out the knife." They asked if I knew who it belonged to. We confirmed we hadn't touched it and it didn't belong to either of us. Tom, who stays in nearby Mayfield, continued, "The next morning, 2 vans and various cars were there when I came to open the garage. There were about 10 officers, some in forensic suits, emptying the skip to try and find the broken tip. I read the brand name on the knife and checked online. I found an exact match and it was very expensive. At the time, a field next to Tom's garage was used by teenage mechanic apprentices for racing stock cars. One of them, now a dad in his mid-30s, said, 'We found a knife with blood on it in the skip. We were like, what the fuck? It was terrible.' Tom, who now works as a bathroom designer and fitter and has no connection with Mitchell's, apart from repairing his car, but he does not believe the caged murderer killed Jodie. He said nobody placed any importance on that knife. Well. But he doesn't believe. When I learned it wasn't documented, it raised my suspicions the police may have tried to conceal the discovery. After his conviction in 2005, Mitchell was ordered to serve at least 20 years behind bars. Lawyer Scott Forbes, part of the Mitchell's legal team, said This is the real missing knife. Like so much of the evidence, it was either destroyed or went missing if it didn't fit the police narrative. And there we go. That's the rest of that. So, well. Not even fucking submitted. Not even submitted. So, it is unbelievable. Absolutely unfucking believable what happened. So, now, hang on a wee sec, guys, because I need to do something here. Because for some reason, one of my videos has went sideways, and I can't bloody get it turned round unless I open a whole new different bloody thing. So just give me a wee second and I'll get this video up and running once it lets me. So let me see. Why in the hell would they post a photo of Jodie when she was 8 or 9 years old? What the fuck? Yes, Jack, that was the shock and awe factor that they do to get the public on side. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous what they did. Okay, guys, that's me. I'm here at the protest, and these are the banners that loads have put out and made. So Sandra and Scott are just away and handing in the petition now. So we have the famous Mia found her poster, which is absolutely fantastic. It's great to see the banners that loads have put out and made. So Sandra and Scott are just away and handing in the petition now. So we have the famous Mia found her poster, which is absolutely fantastic. Great to see. We have the lovely Sharon Sunshine is here as well. Say hi, Sharon. You on Facebook Live? Not yet. No, I'm just doing a video and then I'm going to put it up. So, tried to do it last time when I was at the festival, and my internet kept dropping and losing connection and everything. I was like, look at it, I'll take a video instead and then put it up. So we've had quite a decent turnout, as you can see, which is absolutely fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic, guys, that we have got this. So I will post this later on, and hopefully Sandra and Scott are going to be making a wee statement. It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. I mean, these posters are brilliant. I mean, the effort that's been put into them is brilliant. And I love that poster. That is fantastic. So, and we'll get so. So guys, this is us at the Scottish Parliament, and Scott and Sandra are just handed in the petition, so we're just waiting. As you can see, I have my banner. There's quite a few people who have made banners, which I think is absolutely fantastic. We've got the local police and that are here as well, so it's great. It's great. It's just great, the turnout that we've got today. Going to turn this camera back round again. There we go. As you can see, Parliament.
This is our world. Free the people.
Yay! And that was just a couple of people walking by, folks. So, which is fantastic. I mean, the amount of people that are actually realising now that this is the biggest miscarriage of justice that we've got in Scotland that has happened to poor Luke is absolutely disgusting. And something needs to be done about it. It really does something needs to be done. Hopefully this is the time that it will get done. And we've got the signatures and everything like that. So I'm going to pause for now, guys, and when Scott and Sandra and that come back out, I'll start the video again and we'll get what they say. It's just absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, the turnout that we've got here today. Fantastic. Really, really pleased at what we've got. And just in the background there is lovely Arthur's Seat. So I shall stop the video for now and I will do another one very, very soon. So thanks, guys. Now, that I don't know why that one went so bloody wonky. But I'm going to minimize that. And these are just some pictures and some more wee videos that I did. Let's see if I'll zoom it up. So this is the lovely Val and the lovely Carol, a couple of friends that were there as well, which is fantastic. And then we have this one, if it's going to play. It's recording now, so you even just show everybody, and it's... Sorry. I got somebody else to do a video as well. Oh, look, it's went wonky again. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. That is. Got it, dude.
Every day, Matt, what you want that? Half a dozen patches on your cheek. That's better.
Are you fucking shitting me, Rachel? Oh my god, I didn't even fucking see that. I fucking hate the Sun. I hate getting them fucking clicks. Bombshell, cops destroyed evidence in Jodie Jones' case. It's revealed as Luke Mitchell's legal team prepare fresh appeal. Oh, you fucking wee beauty. Fucking see, told you they were corrupt as fuck. Corrupt as fuck, you motherfuckers. Yeah, them destroying evidence is so fucking telling. Oh my god, man. Right, let me get through these and then I'll go and see if I can find the article. It's sideways again. So, that was that. That is Scott and Sandra, and they're just heading round. They went in the first door that we were all standing in front of. And they told them it was the wrong door, that they had to go all the way around. So they went all the way around the other side of the building. And that's Scott and Sandra walking in the other door to hand in the petition. We'll get them on the way back out. And then just some more pictures. I love that poster. That poster is amazing. That was the first one that was ever made for the case. That's been to Glasgow and everything on protests, that one. So, yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. And here comes Sandra and Scott. We're back on, guys. Here she comes. And this man here, that is Russell Finlay, one of our MPs, and he is the only one that came out of 6 of them that was sent emails and everything like that. It was the only one that came out. So kudos to Mr. Russell Finlay for coming out, and because he's the Justice Secretary, I think. So yeah. So they've just came back for handing in the petition, guys. So there's going to be a wee speech soon. Just going to go and get a better view up here, show you everybody. It's turned up. So there's quite a few guys that have actually came, which is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Neverly, I see you're asking about Scott. Scott Forbes is one of Luke's lawyers. He's on the legal team. He's been on the case for the beginning. When it happened in 2003, Scott was at Newbattle Abbey College training to become a lawyer. You know, doing all his courses and everything like that to get him on his way to being a lawyer. And it was Scott Forbes who Mark Cain went to, the boy that had the scratches and that on his face, if you've remembered me speaking about that. The boy who had the scratches and that on his face, Mark Cain, he went to Scott's house and Scott asked him where he got the scratches and everything like that from, and he couldn't say where he got the scratches and that from because he was out his face. And Scott took him to the police station and dropped him off. Mark Cain went into the police station and spoke to somebody in the police station, and the police told them, "Oh, we're awfully busy, pal, so we'll get somebody out to see you." And lo and behold, it was fucking weeks or months later that they went to speak to him. In fact, I don't even think he was questioned, to be honest, until way later. I'll need to remember and check that. So, yeah, so that's who Scott Forbes is. He's part of Luke's legal team. So let me see if I can get this. Copy link. Shut you down. So let this finish. And I'm not quite sure who that is that Scott's talking to, if that's an MP or not. So
Scott, you want to give us a wee report? A wee report? I'm going to go in. I want to report back.
Speech.
Oh, you're going to rewalk this thing, get your 10,000 steps in. Okay. So they don't take the position.
No, they've taken it. You come here to me, that's immediately to me. That's the truth. He's also public. He's a Tory Justice MP, right? We didn't think we listened. His name is organised crime men went to his door one time. He asked him his face. And the boy had done it, by the way, he's a light heavy man, and he says, you should have seen better than you, and just right in there. He's a big brilliant. Listen, he's like, tell us if you're going to come in, see what he was doing TV for.
I can hear him well.
I can hear him well. Listen, you'll help.
Right, I'm going to stop the video now, guys, and get some pictures, alright? So, hi Sandra, nice to actually meet you in person. So how did you think it went?
Well, I'm just going to do a wee speech.
Right.
Once we're all in it. You know what I'm trying to say.
Are you ready to do your speech?
Yeah, pretty much.
We're going to sort of go over just a wee bit off the road a wee bit.
Yeah.
While we start. If you can, I think that you'll be fine.
What about behind the back?
There we go.
Got this idea. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Yeah. Hang on, we're just waiting to get set up here. I'll turn my phone off because my ringtone's the mufflers. First thing I want to say is thank you to everybody that's turned out, everybody that's supported on social media, signed the petition, everybody that's been here for the last couple of years especially. You made this happen today. Now we came here today with respect, dignity and silence, looking for justice for two 14-year-olds. 25,000 of you signed that petition. And I know thousands of you also wrote to your own MPs as their constituents, asking them to acknowledge your concerns about Scottish justice. We did not ask them to comment on whether they thought Ruth Mitchell was innocent or guilty. We simply asked them to acknowledge your concerns about how justice was pursued in your names. Very, very disappointed that so few of you even had the courtesy of a response, far less an agreement to come here and acknowledge your concerns. So that was disappointing. The people in this building work for you. Yes. They're answerable to you. And they ignored your pleas, your concerns about how justice is done in Scotland. It's not good enough. That said, this petition is now in that building.
Yay!
was contacted. Pauline McNeil, Keith Brown, Maggie Chapman, Liam MacArthur, Russell Finley. Only one of those turned out here today. You saw them yourself. They've shown us what we already know. They don't care. But we do. We do. 25,500 of you care. We came here today in silence to make sure they heard our message loud and clear, not in our names. This is not justice, not in our names. So, until yesterday, we suspected that they knew what went on at the heart of this case, what goes on the heart of all these cases. We suspected that they knew. Now we know they know. They cannot keep the lid on this forever. This case is Scotland's shame. But it's not the only one. It's only the tip of the iceberg. It's not necessarily about individual cases. It's about accountability. Doing it right. If they'd done it right, we wouldn't be here today. Pursuing people just to get convictions is not justice. Never was, never will be. Again, I want to thank everybody. You're making history. Right here and now, you're making history. But we won't be silenced. We're not.
Right, I don't know what happened there. I tried to put the volume up on the camera on my phone, and it kind of stopped the video. So this is what was left, and the poster fell.
We're not. Luke says we're not going away. This system is not fit for purpose. And if it's going to be left up to us to make it fit for purpose, to hold them accountable, who's up for the fight?
Yay!
Thank you.
Sandra does not like being up front and centre like that. It's so funny. And that was just after she made the speech.
People to come on board and try and support Luke. To be here today, 25,500 signatures, and all the people that turned out for the handover of this petition is fantastic. I cannot begin to explain how far we've come, and we still have a ways to go, but not nearly as far as we've come now. We're almost there.
And I thought that was brilliant, Sandra doing that. So, and this is just a few more pictures of the supporters that was there. It was bloody fantastic. The amount, and Scott's Heed up the back here. So, and there's my poster. I was well chuffed that got put because he was really tall. So yeah, it was good. A lot of the supporters from the support group came. My wee self with Dr. Sandra Lean, which was brilliant. Emma and Sandra. It's my friend Carol and Val and Scott. And the lovely Mrs. Sharon Sunshine. So, and then last but not least, Sharon and Scott and Sandra. So, that's the end of the photographs. Let me get this back up because I want to thank you, Rachel, for putting that in. I'm going to get that there now and put that up. If my computer is going to let me do it. And there we go. It's coming. It'll be in a minute, guys. I hate giving these bastards the fucking click. I really, really do. Because these are one of the bastards that destroyed Luke. It does my fucking head in. It really does. Right, let's see. Now, see, one of the witnesses, and now the main witness for the Crown, which was Andrea Bryson, you know, the woman that was going by in the car that seen the couple at the beginning of the path, the one that couldn't point Luke out in court. Her description that she seen standing at the foot at the front of the path was a young girl with her hair tied back in a ponytail with a navy blue sweatshirt on and dark trousers. Guys, this is the fucking jumper that Jodie was wearing the night that she was killed. This big Deftones orange fucking label on the back. But yeah, Andrea Bryson said that the girl that she's seen, her hair was in a ponytail and she had a navy blue jumper on. Where is this fucking navy blue? This is what annoys me, and she was the star fucking witness. You know what I mean? It is fucking ridiculous. Right, let's see. Right, I need to shrink it a wee bit. Let's see. Bombshell. Cops destroy evidence in Jodie Jones' case. It's revealed as Luke Mitchell's legal team prepare for fresh appeal. Cops illicitly destroyed protected evidence from the Jodie Jones murder case. We can reveal. Oh my God! More than 100 legal productions, including burnt clothes, were secretly uplifted for disposal against police rules. Are you fucking shitting me? Now, I'm just seeing this as you guys. No, William, two hoodies like two Ravs. It's not the fucking same. Not the fucking same at all. Luke Mitchell, then 14, was convicted of killing girlfriend Jodie. And Dalkeith in Midlothian, 2003. Now it's emerged that Mitchell's legal team could sue prosecutors. After it emerged, they sanctioned the police to destroy evidence from the murder case. An insider revealed he could argue his right to an appeal has been hampered, with Crown Office lawyers now desperate for assurance. I can't read it properly. Give me a second, guys, because I need to move it over a bit so that I can read it properly. I've got a thing wrong with my screen, so... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted, you bugger. Right. An insider revealed he could argue his right to an appeal has been hampered, with Crown Office lawyers now desperate for assurances he won't take them to court. Ha ha ha! Ah, you fucking shitting me! Jesus Christ Almighty! An insider revealed he assurances they won't take him. A letter from the Lord Advocate's government solicitors admitted the evidence had been taken away and confirmed destruction had now been halted. What? Now, I'm seeing this for the first time as well, guys, so do excuse my reactions because this is fucking unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Oh, shite, where did that go? There we go. Being halted. The bombshell emerges after the 34-year-old. See what I mean? See what I fucking mean? They can't even get his fucking age right. Ugh. The bombshell emerged after the 34-year-old's lawyers requested the legal productions ahead of a fresh appeal against his conviction for stabbing girlfriend Jodie to death in 2003. Her stripped and mutilated body was found dumped in woods near her home. The letter states, I can confirm that following discussions with the COPF's Crown of Prosecutor Fiscal Services, the Chief Constable of the Police Service of Scotland has been in the process of disposal of productions retained by the police in relation to your client's prosecution. The Forces Standard Operating Procedure states that all productions from a serious crime case must be kept for 12 years. Oh, wowzer. So, guys, it's exactly the same as fucking Wisconsin, who like to destroy evidence, which is against their fucking policy. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Oh, it's karma's coming back to bite them in the ass. As Mitchell's last appeal was in 2014, the evidence should have been secured until 2026. They went on to plead for him not to sue the Crown. No, look, you sue their fucking asses. You sue them. Fucking... I stated I can confirm that the COPFS has requested that the police take no further action in relation to the productions held by the police as of the 14th of November. Too fucking late. It's too late because the important evidence will have already been fucking destroyed. Accordingly, the Lord Advocate does not intend for the remaining productions to be destroyed at present and would be content to enter into discussions regarding appropriate undertakings to prevent the need for any litigation. You motherfuckers. Do you know what's going to happen there, guys? I think they're going to turn round and they're going to say to him, look, we'll get you a new trial, we'll get you a new appeal and that, but don't sue us Please don't sue us. Oh my word. What's that? Take your blood pressure, Alice, lol. It's all right, I've got my 420. I've got my 420. Holy moly. Say there are around 13 local women in your area looking to hook up. They are more believable than the Sun newspaper. Yes, case 10, you're absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Is this history for the Sun concerning Luke's case has been negative articles? Yes, Katna. Yes. All the papers here, every time something comes out about Luke, it's negative. How dare he go for an appeal? You know what I mean? How dare his supporters stand outside the Scottish Parliament or George's Square and shout for him to be freed? How fucking dare they? You know, and it's constant. It is absolutely constant. Negative press when it comes to Luke. But this, I must admit, I am fucking surprised that they have written this, that this is out there. And now the Crown is fucking shitting themselves. Oh, glory days, glory days. Oh my word. Oh, this is brilliant. Rachel, if you're still here, thank you so much for putting that in the Discord room. Fucking, you've made my night. You have made my night, even though I've got to get up at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning to go to the bloody hospital. But you've made my night. Hopefully it's all true, because remember, this is a shit rag here. So I'll just keep watching this space and see. Right. And oh, how kind of them. Accordingly, the Lord Advocate does not intend for the remaining productions to be destroyed. Oh, how gracious of them. You know, even though the productions are supposed to be kept until 2026 before even thought about getting fucking destroyed. But no, they've put a stop to anything else getting destroyed. Oh, I would be grateful if you could confirm that you do not intend to raise proceedings at present. We can reveal the evidence had been requested by Mitchell's lawyers so they could forensically test them for the first time. It then emerged that detectives had mysteriously, really taken it all away in September 2021. Are you fucking shitting me? Yeah, just a few, see that? Look, just a few months after a shock documentary claimed their major doubt on Mitchell's guilt. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew. I knew that that's what they would do. Dirty bastards. Yeah, Rachel. Yeah, you are so right. You are so fucking right. The shit is hitting the fan for them big time, and they fucking deserve it. They deserve it. They fucking really deserve it. And I'm sorry for anybody. Well, I'm no fucking sorry for anybody that's watching. This case really fucking bugs me. So I get loud. I get hyper. If you could see me on the camera right now, it's hands and everything that are going. So I'm just involved in this case as I am with the Stephen and Brendan case, making a murderer. And that gets me all the time. So it does. And I can't believe this has been found. So thank you so much, Rachel. You're very welcome, Alice. It is a shit rag, but the quotes are from a letter between the Lord Advocate and Luke's legal team. So it's awesome news. Shit's hitting the fan for them. It sure is. Hello, lovely Rhonda. Yes, I'm all in a kerfuffle, Catnip. Yes, I am. I'm bouncing up and doing my chair and everything. Hello, Rhonda. Well, you're just joining us. This shit rag. It has now came out that Police Scotland have been destroying evidence in Luke's case. And they're saying, please don't sue us. Yeah. So, oh my God, this is fucking brilliant. Right, let's continue. An insider told the Scottish Sun a load of officers from the major investigation team went to Edinburgh to remove over 100 productions. This included some burnt clothes found about 1,000 metres from the location. They loaded boxes into a police van and took them to Livingston police station, trying to get rid of the fucking evidence. Trying to get rid of the evidence, ship it about so that when the lawyers come a knocking, they can be like, oh, it's no here. We don't have it. We don't know where it is. Fucking... They loaded it and sent it to the Livingston police station. The Crown Office has signed off the items to be returned to the owner or destroyed. This is not, you see that? This is not procedure, especially in a murder case. Remind you of anything, guys? How many times have we seen this in the fucking Making a Murderer, Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey case? It is just unfucking real. Unreal. Not normal procedure. Well, lo and behold, they still fucking done it, didn't they? Mitchell could now argue his right to a fair appeal has been denied as evidence has been destroyed. This could lead to a judicial review, which could even pave a way to his release. Tragic Jodie had been stripped, tied up, and stabbed to death after her mutilated body dumped in woods near her home. Her throat had almost been slit on the brutal attack. Now, yes, that is completely true, guys. And she also had defensive wounds as well. I don't understand why they have to always put that amount of information in it, you know. It's just I'm home from work and listening properly. Don't go now, by the way. Hi, Andy B. Nice to see you. Great to have you here. Yes, BW. Wait, I thought all evidence in the murder case was to be kept until the charged has either been released or passed away. Yes, exactly. Because Luke had an appeal in 2014, that meant that anything couldn't get destroyed. I mean, that's what it said up there. Let me scroll back up a bit. It cannot be destroyed for 12 years. Where did you see that bit? There, it's there. It says there. The Forces Standard Operating Procedure states that all productions from a serious crime case must be kept for 12 years. So because Luke had an appeal in 2014, that meant all this evidence should have been kept until 2026. So it should all still be there. But since the documentary has came out, evidence started going missing. Funny that. Funny that. Yes. I was here earlier, but at work couldn't concentrate on listening, unfortunately. No, it's nice to have you here. I mean, I'll be wrapping up soon because I've got to get up at 6 to go to the hospital for an appointment. So it's been nearly 2 hours, but I wanted to get this. The lovely Rachel in chat dropped this link in my room in Discord, and oh my God, is it a fucking bombshell? They have destroyed evidence in Luke Mitchell's case. And they have stopped any more productions, as they call it, any more evidence getting destroyed. How gracious of them. And they're also saying, please don't sue. Please don't sue. The CRC earning an independent appeal. Yes, Neverly. Well, I'm about 40 minutes to an hour away from the hospital, so by the time I get the public transport and everything like that, it's an early rise. So a very early rise, or else I would be up all nights for you. So yeah, right. So let's continue. I mean, I don't understand why they have to always put in what actually happened to Jodie, but I will continue, and it is a trigger warning for anybody, because it's not nice. It really is not. I've read that one. So she had suffered wounds to her face, ear, mouth, breast, and abdomen, as well as being hit in the head, which is all true. Jodie had also suffered compression to her neck, which restricted her breathing. Cops soon discovered that the letters LM and JJ were cut into bark near to where Jodie's body was found. Yes, because it was a local hangout. There was a gang there. That was where they went to do their weed deals and everything like that. It was nothing so nefarious. It was a couple of teenage fucking lovers carving their initials into a tree. You know, so don't fucking... I hate it when they do shit like that. They try and put connections where there's no connections. Speaking for the first time, Mitchell, then 23, said in letters sent from the prison in 2012, he said, I miss her all the time. Jodie was amazing. I never met anyone before or since that I've had the same feelings for. I didn't realise how much I loved Jodie until she was taken away from me. Now, that's a 14-year-old laddie. Remember that, guys. It's a 14-year-old laddie. Earlier this month, we told how an ex-mechanic discovered a bloodied knife close to where tragic Jodie was discovered, but it was dismissed by cops. After his conviction in 2005, Luke was ordered to serve at least 20 years behind bars. George Lloyd Neiman Smith branded him truly wicked. Earlier this month, a petition signed by more than 25,000 people demanding an inquiry into his conviction was taken to Holyrood by his supporters. Criminologist Dr. Sandra Lean said it's astounding to discover that a process of destroying evidence related to the case had begun, and it rises raises some disturbing questions. Damn right it does. Why now? And on those instructions, what possible justification can there be? We need to be able to trust our police and justice process and to know they have nothing to hide. What is needed now is complete transparency. Last night, prosecutors dodged questions on the jaw-dropping evidence breach. A spokesperson said, "This is a matter for the police service of Scotland. We cannot comment on Police Scotland's standard operating procedures." Police Scotland said, "The seizing of property is an essential part of Scotland's criminal justice system, and the submissions of best evidence is enshrined in Scots law." Yeah, but you fucking destroyed it, you fucking idiots. "We work closely with justice partners around retention of evidence and are committed to the prompt return of property while maintaining the integrity of the justice system." No, when you fucking destroy evidence, it fucking doesn't it? Oh my word, oh my word, oh my word. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. What a juicy article, even though it's from one of the biggest fucking shit rags in Scotland. Cops destroy evidence in Jodie Jones' case. It's revealed as Luke Mitchell's legal team prepare for fresh appeal. Holy moly. I cannot wait to see what the future holds. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for everyone in this case. So I'm going to I think that's all I have for now on the case. Once again, thank you, Rachel, for finding that and posting it in the Discord. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. I'll see if I can put the camera back on. There we go. I'm going to move back a bit so that my mug's not right up against the camera. So, what do you think, guys? Comment below. As I says, I will go back on the chat. When I get a free minute in that, I'll go back on the chat. And what I'll do is I'll put the name of the person and the question in the comments, and then I will try and comment. If not, any questions that you've had in the chat, put them in the comments below, and I will check in on them and see. Thank you to my lovely mods for keeping an eye on chat for us. Thank you to everyone in chat who has joined me. It's very much appreciated having you join me. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but I was going through some personal issues and things like that, so I won't be I don't think I'll be on camera a lot. I'll need to try and get my icon and that sorted, but we'll see. But I like to do it face to face, so I do. Coming in future videos, fingers crossed. When I was at the protest, I spoke to Dr. Sandra Lean and asked if she would come on the channel for a wee chat, and she said yes, she would love to. So it would just be a case of when she is free to be able to do that. I'm going to hopefully get that arranged for sometime soon. Mr. Scott Forbes as well said that he would come on the channel for a chat as well. So looking forward to that. that just needs to be arranged and everything like that. If you haven't already, please go buy Innocence Betrayed by Dr. Sandra Lean. You can get it at innocence.betrayed@gmail.com for a direct copy of Innocence Betrayed by Dr. Sandra Lean. It is fantastic. You can see all my sticky notes where I've pinned pages and everything like that. So I'm going to be lost without it. I'm going to give it to my friend for a read. So, and then we also have A Long Walk to Justice, which is by Mr. Scott Forbes. It's more up to date. It is very eye-opening. There's a bit in it for where Jodie had at the back of her thighs. There, you've got a few of the mortises, you know, rigor mortis, things like that. Well, there's a thing called liver mortis, and liver mortis happens when the person's dead, but I find it hard to explain, but it's to do with across the back of Jodie's thighs, no liver mortis was set in. Now, liver mortis starts affecting the body, and it's like wee red spots that appears. Well, it's on the rest of her body, but it's not on the back of your thighs. Now, I will leave that up to you to think on. I'm just putting it out there. And not only that, she had blood on her body that was going the wrong direction. So think of that, of what you will. Now, common sense tells you if you're upright, the blood will travel down the way. But if you're upside down, the blood will go the opposite direction. Will it not? Hi, Sean. Lovely to see you. You maybe need to go back on the replay and watch the replay. I'm just about wrapping up, but I just wanted to put a few wee teasers out there. It's so fantastic to see you. We miss you, Sean, on Foul Play. Everyone as well, yes. I'm also a Foul Play team member. We do the Making a Murderer case of Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. If you haven't seen Making a Murderer on Netflix, go watch, because the corruption there is unbelievable. And I'm pretty involved in that case as well. You will find me on the Foul Play Lives, everything like that. There's a lovely Catnet's just posted the Foul Play Discord. Go and join that, because I guarantee you're going to have umpteen questions when you watch Making a Murderer. So go and hop over a Foul Play YouTube channel, give a wee like, give a wee subscribe, put the notifications on, and you'll get notified when they do a video. There is also the Colburn versus Netflix. Thanks, Jax. We're also covering the Colburn versus Netflix. And if you don't know who that is, Andrew Colburn was a cop, a Manitowoc County Sheriff's cop. And he was deposed in Stephen's case and everything like that, and he is now suing Netflix, saying Netflix ruined his life, defamed him, everything like that. So Making a Murderer is parts 1 and 2. You will find that on Netflix as well. 10 episodes in each season. The first season is explaining all about the case, about Stephen, about Brendan, what happened to them. Stephen has been convicted twice now for something that he didn't do. And I believe that a lot. So please go and watch that, because I guarantee you'll have plenty of questions. And subscribe to Foul Play YouTube. There is a few out there as well. You've got Mystic Jinx, you've got Jeff Jones, who else? Brendan Talks as well. Go and give them a wee hit and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. So yeah, as I says, juiciness. I'm so glad that happened when I was on live, that we were able to share it as and when I was seeing it as well. I'm so glad I wasn't on camera, because I was flailing everywhere. So yeah, so that's what's to come. Hopefully get Sandra on this channel. She also said that she would come back and do part 2 with Foul Play, because we've already did an interview with Dr. Sandra Lean. I don't know, I can't remember if it was this year or last year, but it was a wee while ago. You'll find it there on the Foul Play YouTube channel, with Dr. Sandra Lean, and she says that she'd be happy to come back and do a part 2, so that will be fantastic. So hopefully get Sandra on, hopefully get Scott on, and I will be back breaking down the case. I really want to get to the phones, because that is a bit annoying, the phone situation, because there was phone swaps going on. Like the phone that Jodie's mum was using was actually Joseph's phone, and the phone that Joseph was using was actually Judith's phone, or it was Jodie's phone, or vice versa. They had different contracts, but the phones got swapped, and things like that. That much so that the cops couldn't even keep track of whose phone was fucking whose. So I would like to get into that as well, and break that down with the phone calls. So I think I'm going to call it a night for now. As I says, it was just a quick hello, catch up, go through the protest. If you like what you've seen, if you like what you're hearing, do the YouTubey things, please, and like and subscribe, share, put the wee bell on. I don't do videos a lot, so your phone won't constantly be ping, 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 pinging. But put the bell on to all notifications, and then you'll get a wee notification about half an hour before we're due to go live. That's how it normally works. Hopefully you'll get the notifications and that as well. So I hope you like what you've seen, and I shall say, let me find my endings and things. So I hope you like what you've seen, what you've heard. Foul Play, guys. I will see you whenever we're going to do another open mic. I shall see you all there. Thank you, everyone, and I will say goodbye for now. See you later.